This little guy is what I would call a pit bike. This thing is a 16 by 4-inch wide tired bike that looks like an e-moped. This thing can rip around at a speed of 27 to 28 miles an hour with throttle after you've hacked it. And I'm gonna show you guys how to hack this bike to be able to get it up to those top speeds. Otherwise, you're just stuck at that boring old 20 miles an hour that pretty much every 48-volt bike goes to. So this has a 60 Newton meter rear hub motor on these tiny, tiny wheels. So it's basically got a full-size motor on this micro-size frame. I'm 5'11", and you're gonna see me go down the road on this thing, and you'll see how small it is. That's why I personally call this more of a pit bike than an e-moped. I do, however, wish they made a 20-inch version of this exact same bike because I think it would be a huge hit for a lot of people. Now, who do I think this is actually for? I think it's for somebody who wants to get from point A to point B in a very short area really fast and not have a heavy e-bike. But I also think this is an awesome bike for somebody who's gonna be a little bit younger. If you've got kids and they're wanting to rip around their neighborhood on an e-moped style bike, well, this one will probably fit a lot of them. And what's crazy about this bike is that it's only $899 as of right now. So let's go ahead, let's head outside. I wanna let you guys know, Jansno actually sent this bike over to me for review. They didn't tell me to do anything specific with it, just build it up, ride it, and let you guys know exactly what I think. Let's go ahead, take this little pit bike out on the road. All right, guys, we're on the Jansno X90. This thing is super tiny. There is a secret code on how to actually get this to go all the way up to what they say is 28 miles an hour with the throttle or pedal assist. So let's go ahead and do the pedal assist test. So we're gonna do this all in throttle. So 8.4 with pedal assist 1. 13.5 with pedal assist 2. Oh man, this thing feels so fast because it's little. 18.3 with 3. Holy cow, this thing should not be going this quick. 23.4 on pedal assist 4 and pedal assist 5. Man, this little motor is cooking, guys. It's cooking. Oh my gosh. 27.8. All right, so that said that went 27.8 miles an hour was the max speed. That's pretty stinking fast. Let's just double check and see how quick it is and how accurate it is on the speedometer. So there's our comparison right there. It's pretty much spot on. Pretty impressive. Yeah, I would say that's pretty much dead on. I mean, you might be off by like a half a mile an hour, but I mean, it's much better than the last bike I tested, which was 1 to 2 miles an hour off. All right, we're gonna go up here and we're gonna test the brakes. All right, we're at the brake test, guys. Let's just get it up to speed and let's go ahead and see how quick this bike can stop. Oh man, it's so tiny. It's kind of fun to rip around on and pretty good. I mean, I wouldn't say that it is outstanding considering the size of the bike, and I did skid quite a bit, but we're talking extremely small tires. And this is normally a good braking distance for the braking that I normally do. So overall, I'd give it a thumbs up and say that, you know, this does a pretty decent job with the braking. Not outstanding, but not disappointing either. So all right, let's go ahead and do sensor switch tests. The way I do this is simply I'm just going to throttle and then pedal and see how quickly it switches over. We know that it's going to switch over from pedal to throttle quickly, but we don't know from throttle to pedal. Let's go ahead and just get going, give it a start and pedal. It's a full turn of the pedals. Let's do it again. Go. Full one turn exactly. So there you go. 1 turn exactly. All right, we're gonna do the 0 to 20 test. I am only gonna do this with throttle because guys, I'm not pedaling this thing. Let's be real. We're not gonna do the pedaling on this bike. So throttle 0 to 20. 3, 2, 1, go. And we're off. We know the speedometer is pretty accurate, so 15 miles an hour and 20. Nothing crazy, but honestly, I don't think you need more power on a bike of this size. This bike is super compact, and anything more powerful would probably be terrifying, because going 25 to 27 miles an hour on a bike of this size is pretty intimidating. I'm not gonna lie to you. Pretty stinking intimidating. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna head back to the studio. We're gonna take a closer look at this. I'm gonna show you guys some of the stuff on it real quick. We'll weigh it and just see a little bit more about it. But then we're gonna head over to the big hill and really give this thing a run for its money, throttling only up the big hill. All right, let's head back to the studio. Now that you guys have seen this thing go through a few little tests, I want to talk about some of the cool features that come on this bike. One, this is a full suspension bike. I would expect something coming in around 899 bucks, and also being this size to not be full suspension. But Jansno designed this frame to where they could actually put a rear shock back here. Now this particular rear shock, it is not adjustable. You can't adjust this rear shock at all. But we're talking a $900 bike, and the fact that it's actually got rear suspension is actually pretty stinking cool. And then we also have a dual crown fork up front that gives you just a little bit of suspension on there. I believe that's around a 50 millimeter suspension. You're not getting a ton of absorption, but you're getting enough to smooth out the road. Plus, you've got these 4-inch wide fat tires on these 16-inch rims that really make it smooth. You can air these things down and get a really buttery smooth ride. Now, taking a look at the drivetrain, you do have a massive front chainring and you have a 7-speed setup. I don't know anybody that's going to be actually pedaling this that's over about 5'3", but if you're a little bit shorter, you can pedal this bike no problem. For me at 5'11", it's actually really awkward, so I prefer to just throttle this style of bike. And with that hack that I showed you guys, there's no reason to even pedal this bike at all, unless you get into a pickle with a hill climb. Now the X90, in my opinion, has one of the coolest looking futuristic bodies on it. And this particular body, the top tube that you're seeing right up here, that's where the battery is actually stored. Now take note, this battery is not removable. However, if you want to charge this battery, you're just simply going to plug it in right back here where the rear taillight is. I do really like the fact that this has a handle right here also, so you can easily pivot this thing around if you're in a real tight situation. And you do have this really nice, long, cushiony e-moped style seat. Not the most comfortable, but I don't think anybody's gonna be riding this thing for a really long time. Now these 16 by 4-inch wide tires, these are pretty standard Cho Yang tires, lots of grip and pretty reliable. I've used these tires a lot on bikes that have like 26-inch rims and also 20-inch rims. Very, very reliable tire. Now you are gonna get some plastic fenders, both front and back, just to keep that water from spraying up on you while you're going down the road. And check out this headlight. And here's gonna be some footage of me riding this thing at night per your request. I asked you guys if you wanted to see some nighttime riding footage, and here's a nice clip so you guys can get an idea of what this looks like out on the road. Now here's a closer look at the brakes. You get 160 mil rotors, and the mechanical calipers are 2-piston. And this bike comes in right at 79 pounds, 15 ounces. Guys, I can't believe how quick this is for such a small bike. It seems so crazy, going 27 miles an hour. The suspension works. It is a little bit rough. It's a cool bike, guys. This is a cool little bike. I mean, it's nothing absolutely crazy, but this bike is just about having fun. So we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna try to go up this big hill, 19% grade. We're only gonna do throttle on this bike. And 3, 2, 1, let's go. Good luck, Jansno. Good luck. This is a big hill that has, quite honestly, this hill has completely crushed the last like 3 bikes that I've tried to throttle up it. I've had so many bikes fail going up this lately that a 60 Newton meter bike, I don't think it's gonna make it. I mean, we're at the about 10% grade here, and we're going 14. I just don't think it's gonna get up this hill, but like I said, this is a 60 Newton meter motor. This isn't designed for a 19% grade. It's just not. But who knows? Maybe it'll make it. We're going 10 miles an hour right now. 9. This is the 19% right here. This is the part that kills so many bikes. Usually once you get down to about 6, they stop. But hey, we're going. We're still going. We're at 4 miles an hour. Is it going to do it? If it gets just about 15 more feet, it will make it. We're going 3.5 miles an hour. Come on, Jansno. Guys, this is going to make it. This is going to make it. No, it's not. No, it just lost all kinds of power. Am I burning it out? Is it going to go? No. Guys, I thought it was going to make it. We made it up so far up that hill. Like, so it just died. Like, it was doing good. And the hill literally gets less steep right here. It was doing really good at 3.5 miles. Well, okay, let's put this into context. It was doing the job at 3.5 miles an hour, but it was still pulling consistently. And then something happened where the motor felt like it kind of let up a little bit. So I kind of wonder if maybe the controller went into some sort of like freak out mode and was just like, nah, I can't keep pushing this. So I'm going to back off a little bit to protect the motor. So yeah, 19% grade is not made for this bike. So just take note, but that doesn't surprise me because pretty much all 60 Newton meter motors that I've ever had can't make it up that. You have to have at least like an 80 Newton meter motor or a really lightweight 60 Newton meter bike. See how it does going up this. Yeah, see, this hill's pretty good. This is probably that's probably a 12 to 15% grade. Now this is probably a consistent, I would say 6, maybe 7. Oops. And I'm doing 17 up it. I'd say this is probably more like the maximum steep hill that you would want to take this up. Now I do want to show you guys the cockpit up here. It is actually pretty nice. So you do have the ergonomic grips. You've got your control pad right down here where you've got your turn signals left and right. And then you also have a horn. Then you have your actual display screen with your plus and minus and your power button. This does use NFC smart keys. You don't have to use these. You can set a password, but these make it really easy to turn on and off. You just tap it to the screen, it powers it right on. As you guys can see, you've got your trip right down here, your miles per hour, your battery life, your voltage, which is really nice to see, and your pedal assist level. That'll take you all the way through all the different pedal assists. Then you can jump into the menu by hitting the plus and minus button. I don't actually have any documentation on all of these settings. So if that's something that's actually out there for you to be able to see, I couldn't find it. I don't know if I'm just not looking at the right place. It wasn't in the manual from what I could tell. Maybe that's something that they can add, or maybe I'm just overlooking it. But there's all these settings in here that I wasn't really sure what all they did. So just so you know, that's what's going on with this. And if you do want to go a little bit faster, you don't even need to change any of these settings, which is really nice. So again, the hack to actually being able to get this thing to go full throttle is bump this up to pedal assist 5, power it off, and then you twist the throttle, hold the brake, and power it back on. Whenever you do that, it actually makes it to where it'll engage in the highest setting. So there you go, guys. That's the Jansno X90, and I think for a pit style bike, this is super fun. It's not gonna be something that you're gonna be riding around all over the place. It's definitely a fun get around the neighborhood style bike, and I think that if you're a kid, you're definitely gonna have a blast on this thing. I can only imagine riding this thing over to my friend's house whenever I was younger. I would have been ripping all over the neighborhood. If you guys want to pick one up, I'll put some links down below. And if you guys are interested, definitely click the subscribe button. I've got a lot of reviews coming up over this next year. And also click that like button, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of these tiny wheeled bikes. Do you think these are cool, or do you think Jansno should make this in a 20-inch version? If you guys are really enjoying my content and you want to contribute to the channel even more, and you're in the position that you can do so, jump over to my Patreon page, Mike's Unlocked Garage. For as little as $3 a month, you can get some extra stuff, some behind the scenes, and you can get some early releases. But again, if you're only in the position to do that, and you really want to help out this channel, it would be greatly appreciated. All right, guys, as always, get out there and ride your e-bike.